and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
Mauritius ends quarantine for tourists jabbed with one of 8 approved vaccines. The pandemic wreaked major havoc on the nation's economy. During the last financial year, its GDP sank 15%. Every fourth job in Mauritius is related to tourism, with its share of the GDP reaching 24%. Mauritius completely closed its borders to foreign tourists at the onset of the pandemic in March 2020. Mauritius reopened its borders on July 15, 2021, but all new foreign arrivals have to undergo a 14-day quarantine. Russian-made Sputnik V is one of 8 vaccines against coronavirus approved on the island. Mauritius authorities announced that beginning on October 1, all restrictions on the movement of tourists inoculated with one of 8 vaccines against coronavirus approved on the island have been lifted. The borders of Mauritius were completely shut to foreign tourists with the onset of the pandemic in March 2020. They were reopened on July 15, 2021, but the new arrivals had to undergo a 14-day quarantine.
Currently, the conditions of stay for foreign tourists
Inoculated with vaccines approved by the local authorities have been relaxed. According to the representative of the Russian embassy in Mauritius, Russian-made Sputnik V is among 8 COVID-19 vaccines approved on the island. Russian tourists inoculated with Sputnik V arriving in Mauritius won't have to observe a quarantine starting today and can move freely about the territory of this island nation, said the diplomat. Earlier, they had to spend a 2-week quarantine on the premises of hotels, adding that it is expected that direct flights between Mauritius and Russian cities will resume in the near future. Russian-made Sputnik V vaccine is widely used in Mauritius. Its first batch arrived in the country on June 30. Beginning on July 12, Sputnik V has been used in Mauritius' national vaccination drive along with other shots. Mauritius is one of the leaders in Africa in terms of the number of those inoculated against coronavirus. Some 1.63 million doses of shots against COVID-19 have been used on the island. 788,000 people or 62.2% of the population have completed the full vaccination course. The pandemic wreaked major havoc on the nation's economy. During the last financial year, its GDP sank 15%. Every fourth job in Mauritius is related to tourism, with its share of the GDP reaching 24%. The country's government is aiming to attract about 650,000 tourists to Mauritius in the next 12 months.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.